Chapter 986, Wisdom Path. Fame spreads in Eastern Sea. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Wisdom Star, this is Ascending Heaven Plane. A secluded domain of heaven and earth. It was recorded inside. This place is filled with space path Tao marks. Not only does it have no regular pattern, it is extremely complex and rearranges constantly. Since you are confident in your wisdom path methods, obtain the Tianan inheritance here. Blazing Heaven, Demoness said to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan nodded. He understood Blazing Heaven Demoness's intention. His wisdom path methods were only exposed recently. Even He Lulan and the others were not very clear on them. Blazing Heaven. Demoness wanted to take down Yulu Blessed Land. She needed to test the might of Fang Yuan's wisdom path methods. If Fang Yuan had decent capabilities, she would believe him and entrust the duty of attacking Yulu Blessed Land to him. If he was a fraud, Blazing Heaven Demoness had to find someone else. As for Fang Yuan, if he was useless, he would have to scram. Wisdom Star, why is this name so familiar? Since this person is thought highly of by Blazing Heaven Demoness, he must have some proficiency. Not only are the space path Tao marks in Ascending Heaven Plane Complex, they change at every moment. Our three clans are restricted by this and have little progress. How is it possible for him who is working alone? Song Kun, Kai Xiong, and Ruo Lai Gui Yi transmitted to each other as Fang Yuan landed on the ground, walking towards the immortal Gu house that old eccentric Tian Nan left behind. Not just the three of them, the other Gu immortals' gazes were also on Fang Yuan. In the Song clan camp, a young woman was dressed in white, seemingly glowing with snow-white light, pure as jade. She was the prized jewel of Song clan, one of the beauties of Eastern Sea, Song Yishi, Wisdom Star, Chen Dao. At this moment, Song Yishi's eyes stared at Fang Yuan unblinkingly, filled with curiosity. I know this person. Recently, Shark Demon has been attacking Yulu Blessed Land. He is doing all that he can to ask this person to help. Earlier, it was Chen Dao who helped Shark Demon unravel the first few battlefield killer moves at a rapid pace. But for some reason, Chen Dao started ignoring Shark Demon recently. Strange. Little Shi, why are you so knowledgeable about Chen Dao? Come to speak of it, this lad has quite the gentlemanly appearance. He is also quite handsome. One glance at him produces good feelings towards him. A female Gu Immortal senior from Song clan teased Song Yishi. Song Yishi's face turned bright red. She explained. Chen Dao had once exposed one of Shark Demon's secrets, but Shark Demon had asked Uncle Song Jiadan to protect the secret. This is why I'm paying attention to him. Now was different from his previous life. Back then, Fang Yuan had been disguised as Xing Xiangzi, an elderly man. But now, with attitude Gu and familiar face, Fang Yuan naturally would make full use of this killer move. He transformed into a handsome appearance, which could make people put down their guard to make it easier for him to execute his current plans. Song clan's Gu immortals heard these words, and their expressions changed. Song Jiadan was the pride of Song clan. He was also one of the three publicly recognized wisdom path Gu immortals in Eastern Sea. Fang Yuan could actually break Song Jiadan's methods. Just in this aspect, one could see his capabilities. At once, the Gu immortals from Song clan looked at Fang Yuan with changed gazes. Fang Yuan walked 5 to 6 steps under everyone's eyes before stopping. His expression was calm, but he was secretly on alert. Ascending Heaven. Plane was not simple. Secluded domains of heaven and earth were usually very mysterious. For example, Donghun Mountain and Luopo Valley were filled with soul path Tao marks, while Ascending Heaven Plane had an uncountable number of space path Tao marks. Precisely because of these space path Tao marks, Ascending Heaven Plane could connect to the immemorial 9 heavens. Even a mortal could enter the immemorial 9 heavens through Ascending Heaven Plane. However, after the havoc caused by Renzu's children, many of the immemorial heavens were destroyed. Even Ascending Heaven Plane was implicated. Ascending Heaven. Plane was no longer as safe as during the immemorial antiquity era. The space path Tao marks here were complex, like interlinked spider webs, and they were changing all the time. Even though Ascending Heaven Plane looked peaceful and safe currently, danger was lurking everywhere. It was full of life-threatening traps. Even goo immortals would suffer terrifying damage from the space path downmarks here if they were careless. Blazing Heaven Demoness brought me here to test the capabilities of my wisdom path methods, and also to suppress me through a show of force. She is probably still suspicious that I am relying on Purple Mountain True Monarch, not using my personal wisdom path methods, instead acting as a middleman. After all, the things I deduced were all predetermined matters. The deductions could be prepared earlier. Only in this environment, which is ever-changing, can my wisdom path ability truly be tested. It was not surprising that Blazing Heaven Demoness would be suspicious. After all, Fang Yuan's display of wisdom path methods was too sudden. Furthermore, he was an immortal zombie. There were wisdom path immortal zombies, but after becoming an immortal zombie, it was rare for them to still have such formidable wisdom path methods. Fang Yuan's mind was filled with star thoughts, colliding continuously. With star thought immortal goo, he no longer lacked star thoughts. This gave Fang Yuan a great amount of confidence. After a while, he continued moving forward, progressing towards old eccentric Tiannan's immortal goo house. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. After 11 steps, Fang Yuan stopped again. At this time and place, he was about 300 steps away from old eccentric Tiannan's immortal goo house, but he had already caught up to the farthest goo immortal. This goo immortal was from Ruolai clan. Seeing that Fang Yuan had reached the same progress as him, he smiled without feeling ashamed. Fang Yuan deduced again. The space path down marks here were invisible and did not show traces. He had to make deductions to progress. He had already reached the end of the path that he deduced earlier. Fang Yuan needed to walk and stop while deducing on the way. Deducing a long path was not worth it, because the space path down marks kept changing at varying speed. Even if he deduced a long path, by the time he walked on half of it, the latter half would change. The result would be that half of his deduction was wasted. I need to demonstrate my value so that I can participate in Yulu Blessed Land. I need to show my wisdom path ability. It seems that after this trip, my reputation as Wisdom Star is going to become renowned in Eastern Sea. Fang Yuan's eyes shined with starlight. He had an understanding while deducing. Several minutes later, he had surpassed many of the Gu immortals on the ground. He was one of the closest people. Wisdom Star Chen Dao. Kai Xiong stared at Fang Yuan's back as he muttered. How old is he? This attainment level is at least Wisdom Path Grandmaster. Ruolai Guiyi gritted his teeth. Song Jiadan sighed internally. It is a pity that my clan's Song Jiadan cannot come personally. Otherwise, this inheritance would have been ours long ago. Blazing Heaven. Demoness was very pleased. With such an achievement, it was enough to be qualified to attack Yulu Blessed Land, even in the vast Eastern Sea. At the same time, Blazing Heaven Demoness could not help but feel shock. How many years has it been since Fang Yuan became an immortal? Not only did he cultivate Strength Path, he also has such an attainment in Wisdom Path, and from Sister's letter, he even displayed exemplary enslavement path methods in the Imperial Court contest. This shows how incredible his master Purple Mountain True Monarch is. This should be enough. I am 108 steps away from the immortal Goo House now. Even though I can progress more, I am already one of the closest people. If I move any closer, I would attract trouble. Fang Yuan assessed this situation. Relying on Blazing Heaven, Demoness, Shark Demon, and Subai Man could be bullied, but against Song Clan, Kai Clan, and Ruolai Clan, Blazing Heaven Demoness was too weak. The space path Dao marks here became more numerous and changed faster as one got closer to the inheritance. Thus, the difficulty of deduction rose rapidly. With just Fang Yuan's capabilities, he could not get to the immortal Goo House. Especially after he got to within the range of 80 steps, he would need a Wisdom Path Immortal Killer move. The Wisdom Path Immortal Killer move here did not mean defensive methods like Star Fog Concealment or attacking methods like Myriad Star Fireflies. It needed to be specialized for deductions. Fang Yuan did not have this foundation. But he had wisdom, Gu. Even though he did not subdue wisdom Gu, he could use the light of wisdom. Relying on it, he could obtain a result that far surpassed any deduction wisdom path killer move. If he had the light of wisdom, Fang Yuan would have broken through already. He would be 50 steps away, not 100. The light of wisdom naturally could not be known to others, and in any case, if Fang Yuan obtained the inheritance, he would not be able to leave. The three super forces were wolves waiting to pounce. How could Fang Yuan leave after taking their food? Thus Fang Yuan stopped, looking at Blazing Heaven Demoness. Blazing Heaven Demoness laughed internally. Fang Yuan truly was very aware of the situation. Not to mention this rank 6 immortal zombie, even with her rank 8 cultivation level, she did not dare to attempt to take the treasure here. She wanted to leave already, but leaving without fighting would cause trouble. Song Clan, Kai Clan, and Ruolai Clan were three super forces that treated Ascending Heaven Plane as theirs. Blazing Heaven Demoness coming here would cause others to place their attention here if they did not show a firm stance now. And for Blazing Heaven Demoness, if she left now, the three super forces would pursue the matter for sure. She might as well stay and settle it now. It was impossible unless she fought with a rank 8 Gu Immortal. As expected, not long later, rank 8 Gu Immortals from the three clans appeared, getting into a vague alliance as they spoke with Blazing Heaven Demoness. Blazing Heaven Demoness, although alone, was not weak in stance. She suggested for them to fight. The four immortals flew to White Heaven. The scene of their fight was unknown to everyone. After fighting, Blazing Heaven Demoness descended, laughing loudly as she left with Fang Yuan. The three rank 8s from Song Clan, Kai Clan, and Ruolai Clan showed deep wariness and solemnness in their eyes. They secretly conversed. I have heard that Northern Plains Gu Immortals have incredible battle strength, above the other four regions. After this battle with Blazing Heaven today, it appears true. Although she is an immortal zombie, she has incredible battle strength. We can only resist her when two of us collaborate. She has great Grandmaster Fire Path attainment level. This woman cannot be underestimated. Earlier in Northern Plains, she destroyed a fragment world of the immemorial Nine Heavens, giving her the title of Blazing Heaven Demoness. She is extremely thuggish and unscrupulous. Even though she left, in my opinion, we need to guard against her. Your words make sense.